Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I am just going to be focusing on Game Week 2. So I'm going to be going through the new strategies, I'm going to be going through transfers and the fixtures themselves. I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts really and help as many FPL managers out there as possible. Now, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like on the video as it helps my channel out a lot. I just want to thank everyone who has done that on my previous videos. You have absolutely smashed it, so thank you so much for that. So anyways, here we go. Let's go through the video. So as you can see, I have updated my FPL journey. I'm going to be presenting you this image every single week and updating it along the way. It's just a journey so we can record all of, like the stories and so on and what my plans are. So we are now in Game Week 2. And I just want to quickly talk to you guys about what the new strategies are, or if there are any, after Game Week 1 fixtures. Now, as for me, my strategy is still the same after Game Week 1 fixtures. So basically, I'm going to do my best to bank the transfer in Game Week 2, and I have 2 free transfers in Game Week 3. Then I can go for players like Son, who's playing against Watford. I can go for Rafinha because their fixtures are turning after Game Week 3. Maybe I can get Rafinha early against Burnley. So, you know, there's a lot of possibilities. And Lukaku, like, I don't really want to get him in Game Week 2. I probably would want to get him in Game Week 3. You know, I just want to see how he settles and stuff like that and get him later on. So basically, I'm giving myself a chance to get these players that I want without wildcarding. So that's my strategy. That's what I'm thinking. I think a lot of people are going to be thinking to do that. But your strategy might be different. You know, you might have some players that are out, like maybe Gundogan could be out for a couple of weeks. Maybe you might need to make the transfer. Then go ahead and do that. Fix the team first before you do this kind of stuff. For my team, look, Harvey Barnes and Mahrez didn't return. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be playing the game like this. I'm going to take my time and plan ahead. That's what I'm going to do. I'm always going to be plan ahead. And, you know, the other strategy is if, you know, my team doesn't do well in Game Week 2 and I desperately need to wildcard and there's so many other players, like, yeah, doing better than mine and stuff like that, then, yeah, I can always press that button and wildcard. But I think for me, the best time to wildcard is probably after Game Week 3, which is the international break and the transfer window deadline, or after Game Week 7, which is the next international break. And I'm thinking of using the wildcard after Game Week 7. However, things can change. So that's the kind of the main strategy that I have, but your strategy might be different than mine. Your team might be like, let's just say you didn't have Salah and Fernandes in Game Week 1, maybe you might wildcard. So, you know, maybe wildcarding in Game Week 2 might be the best option to fix the team immediately. But right now, I think the template teams that we have is going to go even more template-y. So, yeah, because all of the template players actually performed really well. But anyways, that's the strategy there that I thought I'd talk to you guys about, what I'm going to do, what other people might do, and what might happen, and so on. Anyways, let's move on to the fixtures. So, as you can see, these are the fixtures for Game Week 2. And I'm just going to briefly go through them and give you guys my opinions and some predictions. So, Liverpool versus Burnley. This is a big game for us. A lot of us has Liverpool players and we all want Tsimikas to actually play. If he doesn't play, then I'm pretty certain that we got some kind of player on the bench to kind of help us out. If he doesn't play, I'm not going to make that transfer. I'm still going to try my best to bank it. Burnley can do well away, but Liverpool being at home with that crowd, I can see like a 4-0 win. Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Now, Aston Villa has got the firepower to actually score some goals. You've got St. Maximin, Wilson there to kind of help out. And a lot of people actually owns Wilson. For Aston Villa, this is a home game for them. They wanna show what they are made of. And Danny Ings is the one to kind of watch out for. He played poorly against Watford, but still returned with a goal. And I think this game is where he's going to shine and get a decent amount of returns for us. But I think this is going to be a high-scoring draw game, so I'm just going to go with a 2-2. Yeah, I don't know who's going to actually win here, but I think there's going to be some goals. Crystal Palace versus Brentford. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because Crystal Palace had a difficult fixture away against Chelsea. And this is the fixture where they should do well in. However, Brentford actually performed really well against Arsenal. But maybe Arsenal just played really badly and made them look good. However, I can see Tony getting on the score sheet, so I'm hoping they can return. Maybe Zaha returning as well. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Now, Leeds versus Everton. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. Leeds at home. It's going to be a little bit of an advantage for them. Everton is still going to concede, but their attack is actually quite strong. Like, we wasn't expecting Calvert-Lewin to start. And Richarlison coming back early and stuff like that. Now they're back and they're ready and they played really well, they can score. But their defensive line could be an issue. It's the same goes with Leeds. They got to concede. I actually don't know who's going to win here. But with Leeds being at home, I'm going to give Leeds the advantage. And I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Leeds. Now this is the big one. Manchester City versus Norwich, and a lot of people right now is thinking about bringing in a Manchester City player. They're looking at Jack Grealish, Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Torres. And if I didn't have Mahrez in my team, I'll be looking at a Manchester City asset as well. That's why I started with Mahrez, and if he got me any kind of return in that Tottenham game, that would have been a bonus. And even now, I'm thinking to myself, oh, man, I wish he plays. But because I started with him, I've got a good chance to bank the transfer. So I'm hoping that he starts and I'm hoping that he plays. And if he does, this is a great chance for Manchester City doing well here. I'm going to go with a 4-1 victory to Manchester City. I think Norwich will nick a goal, probably Pukki or Cantwell. But I can see Manchester City doing well. I just don't know who's going to score them. Brighton versus Watford is going to be an interesting one. I think Watford might be more defensive away. And Brighton being at home. I think if I look at it, if I had to predict, I'm just going to hope for a 0-0 draw. So let's move on. Southampton versus Manchester United. Hands down, Manchester United is going to win this game. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win to Manchester United. I'm looking at Fernandes, Greenwood, Pogba getting some returns. I can't see Southampton doing well, even at home. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on them. Wolves against Spurs. This is going to be an interesting one. The manager going back to Wolves. But I'm going to predict that Spurs is going to do well here and keep a clean sheet and score that 1-0 goal. One goal against Wolves. And Arsenal versus Chelsea there. Arsenal right now is still, their team's all over the place. I feel kind of sorry for Tini. He put in a lot of crosses in and it was so frustrated that nothing happened. But I'm definitely looking at Tini to bring him in after game week 3. But I think Chelsea is going to be too strong. That team, like, every single position is strong, and now Lukaku is going to be there. It's even more powerful. I got to bring some Chelsea players. I just need to see how well they adjust. I don't know who's their back line is that much. Maybe Rudiger is going to be the main one. But like Chilwell and, James, there's going to be some rotation there. I like one of the defense, so we will have to see there. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Chelsea. And the last one here is West Ham versus Leicester City. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. And I can see Benrahma, Antonio, Vardy, Barnes returning here. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. So I'm going to go with a 2-2 scoreline. Now, that was just some of my predictions, guys. Obviously, we're going to get it all wrong. But it's just a little bit of fun. Something a little bit different. Just going to quickly go through my team here. As you can see, I scored 95 points. So it was a high-scoring game week, and I think game week 2 could be a high-scoring one as well. So I'm just going to hope that I have another green arrow to get into the 200k, 100k mark, or whatever. But it's so early on that it doesn't really matter. It's just all about staying together and not like breaking away and going into the millions. You know, if you're in the millions, you still got the chance to get in there. And, you know, I have seen a lot of FPL managers out there started off really bad, but finished the season in a fantastic rank. Trust me, guys. Trust me on that. So this was my team. I already went through it. I'll go through it on the team selection video tomorrow. Just a quick little glance at it. But I'm going to be going more in depth with this team that I have. It's pretty set. So I'll be creating my team selection video on a Thursday. I've got no transfers in mind, but yeah, just going to go through that. And there's another thing that I am kind of like fixing up. And where is me? Hello. So I'm just kind of like sorting out some kind of UI, looking at players that I think that could do really well. Got Dennis here, that is a 5 million striker for Watford. What, 2.9% owned? I'm pretty certain that's higher right now. 12 points for him. Only played 65 minutes, but he picked up a knock. 1 goal, 1 assist. And I added like more stats there. So I'm thinking, I'm just playing around a little bit. I'm looking at stats and I'm thinking to myself, like, which stats do I really want to show? Do I want to go in detail? Do I want to just go for like the main stats or something? But as you can see, 5 shots, 3 of them on target, 5 of them in the box, 3 key passes, and the next fixtures for Watford is Brighton away, Tottenham away, and then a home fixture against Wolves. So I color coded them. But I'm messing around with this. I'm trying to like create a decent UI for you guys to have a look at. But yeah, this is just something that I wanted to quickly show you guys. So I'm just going to close that for now. So yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope that this video has helped you. You guys let me know on your predictions for this game week coming up. Let me know what kind of transfers you are thinking to do. After game week 1, has your strategy changed? Is it still the same or has it changed? Let me know in the comments below. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, as it helps my channel out a lot, and drop a like in the video. If we can get up to about 200 likes like last time, that would be fantastic. To be honest with you, we are hitting 300 and we are very close to 400 likes on my videos. That is incredible. So thank you so much for that, guys. And I'm going to be creating my team selection video on a Thursday, so watch out for that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.